welcome back to the next part of growing gourmet mushrooms in my workshop. I wanted to get into a little bit more about the computer system that I have set up in order to automate the environmental controls for my hydroponics tent. Here we have a very small mini computer. This one happens to be called an Odroid C2, but it's very similar to the more popular Raspberry Pi. It's just a little more powerful. I had this lying around from a previous project, so I used it, but you could use pretty much any microcomputer system that's compatible with Windows or Linux. It doesn't draw a lot of power, doesn't need a lot of power in order to run the environmentals. We just have a few sensors and switches that is turning it on and off. So if you have a hobby computer lying around, I'm sure you could use that as well, or a laptop or anything else. But this one is very small and you can locate it up in the ceiling, get it out of the way, and it works quite well. To the right of this, it's just a simple USB hub. We have a USB connector here that goes in to the USB hub, and that allows me to connect USB devices all around here. So it's just a simple way in order to be able to, instead of trying to cram them into this little device here, expand out, allow you to expand out and connect USB devices up. To keep things a little less cluttered. One of the USB devices that are plugged in here is an Odroid Wi-Fi adapter. So this allows a Wi-Fi network connectivity, so I can get at the computer easily from the rest of my network. Here is an AOTech Z-Wave controller. Now Z-Wave is what I use to turn switches on and off. Z-Wave is just another wireless protocol similar to Wi-Fi, but it's built specifically to automate turning switches on and off and dimming lights and all that sort of stuff. It's custom made in order to be able to create an automation network, and works a little bit better and is more reliable than Wi-Fi. So that's why I chose Z-Wave. So this is a bit that talks to all of my switches. It's kind of like similar to this. This is a Wi-Fi device that lets me connect to the network. This is a Z-Wave device that allows me to talk to all of my switches to turn fans on and off and humidifiers on and off and that sort of thing. We'll get into that a little bit more in a minute. And then to the right of all this, we're going to just turn our heads to the right, and there's another USB device. This is actually a laptop hard drive that's in an enclosure that you can get to connect the hard drive up via USB. So this is like a 500 gig hard drive within this enclosure, just a regular old laptop hard drive. Stick it in this enclosure, connect it up to USB, and voila, you have a place to store all of your historical data from the sensors. So you can go back and query for many, many years in a 500 gig device. It's very cheap, very simple. So that's all we're going to get into here. We'll get into the Z-Wave stuff a little bit more in the next video, and I hope to see you there. See you in a bit. Bye-bye.